Okay, so this video is in response to a question I got on YouTube. The question goes something like this. How do you know a certain bacterium is healthy, and is there data to show it? So this is a fair question. And you can also ask yourself, how do we know a bacterium is unhealthy, and is there data to prove that? Now, through marketing and sales and brainwashing, etc., most people only really know about lactobacillus, or the former genus Lactobacillus, and bifidobacterium. So these guys are sold to you, and you think, well, this is all there is to the microbiome. But that's really insanity. It's the microbiome is far, far more complex than that. So part of my education is to show you that it is much more complex than that. We can't focus on those guys, and the data for Lactobacillus in general is terrible. Now, how do we know something like, say, F. prausnitzii is a health promoter? I have an entire video dedicated to F. prausnitzii, the superhero of the microbiome. I suggest you watch that. You're going to learn a lot of information, and the link is in the description below. So when looking at the data across the board in over 1,000 studies, F. prausnitzii is clearly a health promoter, along with his cousins, species from Carpococcus, Rosebury, and so forth. So what do these guys have in common? They are butyrate producing, they are oxygen sensitive, antibiotic sensitive, and pH sensitive bacteria. And they like a certain substrate, aka fuel, and that's not protein for the carnivore people. Now, there are a ton of other bacteria that are kind of in the middle. Some guilty by association, some are just happy to reside in that particular habitat, etc. Some, they're really not, every once in a while they can be a bit problematic, but generally they're just there. They're taking up real estate because they can. Then on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have things like E. coli. Now, E. coli is interesting because it's a normal inhabitant of the gut microbiome. So, is it really bad if it's normally down there anyway? Well, now we get into conversations of the healthy microbiome versus the dysbiotic microbiome. Something like, for example, C. diff. And I have a whole presentation on the C. diff infection as well. So C. diff can be a part of the normal microbiome. Now, it's a spore, it's transient, but it's everywhere. So E. coli, C. diff, other bacteria, Klebsiella, they can be kept in check in the healthy microbiome. But in the unhealthy and dysbiotic microbiome, they begin to take charge. When they take charge, they drive inflammation. In this high inflammatory environment, they begin to express their genes, their more nefarious genes, and become more pathogenic. And so this is when E. coli, just regular old normal E. coli, begins to become more pathogenic, etc., etc. Klebsiella. They're normally kept in check on a healthy microbiome. So, is there data to show this? Absolutely. I have a number of videos on this stuff as well. So check out my videos. Hope this helps explain some things, and you can also check out my protocols as well.